Hey guys, this is going to be a little more of a raw, authentic video, kind of where I can share what's going on in my mind. Um, but yeah, like recently, I've been I moved into my high-rise dream high-rise apartment. I scaled to 50K a month, but things just feel like they're moving so slow, and it makes me so frustrated. It's like the more me from a year ago would look at myself now and be like, wow, like you live in your high rise apartment, you got your dream car, you were able to scale your business to 50K a month. But honestly, now that I'm here, it's like it just brought into perspective about how far behind I am. Like I turned 21 this year. So I'm currently 20. It's January 3rd. It's January 23rd, 2026, and I turn 21 in October. But I feel so left behind because there's like 18-year-olds that are making triple the amount that I am. You know, and it is not even about the money. It's that they're able to provide so much more for the people around them. They've retired their parents, they've retired their mom, their dad, and it just feels like there's so much left for me to go. Like there's this saying there's this quote about like there's always a bigger mountain to climb, and I'm honestly just feeling that now, and it's like so frustrating. I might sound like a douchebag because I was able to move. Like of course I'm still really grateful to even be in this position in the first place, but like man, it's really frustrating. It puts into perspective like no matter how far you go, there's always going to be someone who's doing more than you. You can always be doing better. Like for the past 4 days, I've just been focusing on content, trying to learn this YouTube game, and I honestly didn't expect it to be like this frustrating, this hard, and it's just a huge learning curve, and it just shows me like how much more progress there is to do. There's so much to learn, and honestly, in a way, it's super overwhelming as well. But I mean, I'm really grateful to even be here in the first place because, like, me from 6 months ago, I was just a lost kid. I didn't know what I was going to do with the business. I didn't know how I was going to implement all of the skills that I've been learning for the past year. I just didn't know how to do that. And once everything clicked together, and I just moved to Dallas, yeah, I've been able to, move into my high-rise apartment, get my dream car. But yeah, just making this video kind of just to, get everything out, just, be truly authentic that like no matter how far you go, you're not going to be happy and, unless you're doing it for a reason that is bigger than, just money. More money in the bank, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, it's just like it's hard to even it's hard to even like put into words because like I want to retire my parents this year, right? I want to retire my parents this year. I want to give back to my friends, take care of the people around me. But like I only have 24 hours a day, and like I wish I had like 50, just so I could work more, just so I could learn more, so I can progress faster. So it's just frustrating because my parents work every single day. They're getting old. They're like pushing 50 now, and my dad's still lifting heavy boxes every single day in the warehouse. You know, he can't get himself out of the business, and it's like they have a good amount of debt that I feel like I'm also obligated to repay. So it's like I just need to be doing more. I feel like if you don't have like a certain hunger in you and you can't like put yourself in the boots of someone who has a fire under their ass, like you're just not gonna make it. Because in reality, the best formula to make sure that you can even move forward, make sure that you're moving as fast as you can, is to put yourself in a position, or even put into perspective like what happens if you don't achieve this, what happens if you don't wake up every single day, working as hard as you can. So I guess, yeah, it's just frustrating. That's kind of how I've been feeling for like the past 3 to 4 days. Just want to get that out there. I'm still trying to, be more authentic on camera. Just lay everything out. Speak better to the camera when it's something raw and authentic like this. But yeah, I just want to make sure you guys chase your dreams. While you're chasing your dreams, don't forget about the people around you. Make sure that you can actually take care of yourself and just take care of the people. Like understand what you're even doing this for. Because if you don't do that, then you're not going to be able to work as hard. If it's a shallow reason, such as like I want to make more money so I can buy this car, buy this crazy fancy watch, like that's not what's gonna make you push as hard as I need to retire my parents because they're getting older every single day. Like when I initially moved to America, I'm not even I wasn't even born in America. I was born in Burma, and I moved to America at the age of 1, just completely off luck. Like we won a visa lottery, and I came here. So that's literally the reason why I'm here. And if my dad didn't work like 16 hours every single day for 3 years straight, even more than that actually, like I wouldn't even have this, I wouldn't even be in this position where I can chase my dreams, work on my business, or even, have the option to tell them like, hey, I'm not going to my dream college, because I got accepted into my dream college, but I was just never able to, I just never ended up going because I didn't think that was for me. And I'm just so grateful that I can, even be in this position, get an apartment like this, have the car that I want. But now I just feel like I need to do everything that I can to give them the life that they deserve. So, I want you guys to truly understand, you're doing this for a reason that's bigger than just, having a nice watch, flexing on the internet, because at the end of the day, that's not what matters. It's about just being able to have an impact for the people around you, be able to give them the life that they deserve, take care of them, support them, and, be there for them so that you can, repay them for everything that you've done. Because that's my reason. That's why I wake up every single day in the morning. Because my dad's, he's still lifting those boxes. He's getting tired every single day. My mom's working every single day. That's why I just want to, that's the reason that it just makes me wake up every single day. So I hope you guys, find something like that, because, if you don't, you're not going to be able to push yourself. Initially, when I first, started working on the business, started off a closing role, and then worked my way up, sales managing, stuff like that. I was working, 16 hours every single day, hopping on 15 calls for 2, 3, 4 months, and I was just closing, I wasn't taking care of myself. But that's the type of mentality that you need to have. And, it's a lot easier to do that when you have that why, when you know who you're doing this for. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. It's like, work hard, but also understand, like, the harder you work, the faster you're going to get to where you want to be. So, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, honestly, I'm still trying to get familiar with talking to the camera, but yeah, honestly, like I know I've worked hard to get into this place. Like I went for an entire week without eating, just to show, like test myself, to see if I had that hunger, to see if I could, challenge myself to do hard things. Because prior to me like really just locking in on the business, locking in on the offer, and before we scaled to 50K a month, I was just so comfortable in my room, just playing video games, not having a direction, and just not doing what I needed to do. So I really just, yeah, honestly, I'm in Dallas because I kind of ran away from my house. I ran away, I booked a flight, and kind of just never came back to my parents. But that was the drastic shift in environment that I needed to, ask myself the question like, hey, do you even deserve all of the things that you're saying you want? So yeah, honestly, test yourself, like do hard things, yeah, do a bunch of hard things. Like, if you guys don't like running, I recently took up running because I honestly hate cardio. I really like food. That's why I've been on a cut recently. I'm only eating, ground ground beef and rice and chicken breast, stuff like that. Just push yourself to do hard things and set a different limit for what hard really means to you or what hard work really means to you. Because recently, like these past 4 days, I've been working like 8 to 12 hours every single day, like from the time I wake up all the way until like 9 p.m. But I honestly feel like I'm not even working that hard. I feel like I need to work more because, like I said, like it's because I understand why I'm doing this, which is for my parents. So, you know, just push yourself to do hard things. You know, fast if you guys need to. Like pick up something that you don't really want to do. Maybe it's like sales calls. Maybe it's cold calling. Like just do something that you don't want to do, and just set an example for yourself that hey, I can actually do hard things. And with the mindset of like, hey, I can actually do hard things, you're gonna start being able to just work harder inherently because there's this level of confidence, there's this level of certainty that you know that you carry because you did things that other people aren't willing to do. And that's literally what I did. I just spammed doing a bunch of hard things, and that's what's gotten me to 50K a month. Um, like I didn't want to do sales calls. I hated sales calls actually. That's why I was just doing them for like 4 months straight just to learn sales, just to show that I could do something that I didn't want to do. I could learn something that I didn't want to learn. So now it's just, I'm in this situation where like I achieved that 50K a month. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be. Like I want to shoot for 100K a month this year, or maybe even like 200K a month this year. But it's really just, being able to just do the actions and the input. So yeah, but I'm kind of just rambling here. Like if you guys truly want something in life and you feel like you've been too comfortable, honestly just push yourself, shift your environment so hard. Just give yourself a huge reality check, move to a new city, pick up something and like push yourself to the point where you feel like you're going to die. Because at the end of the day, like it is do or die. It's like you hit 50K a month or you live the rest of your life not achieving the things that you want to achieve. And in order to just jumpstart that, what I did was just do those hard things, do something that you didn't want to do, and just do it every single day. And then after that, you literally just carry yourself differently because, there's this level of confidence that you gain just from doing the stuff that other people aren't willing to do. And that is literally what has carried me to 50K a month. Just doing something as simple as like not eating. But I'm getting more comfortable just talking to the camera here. I hope this kind of shows a different side of me because recently I've only been making educational content, but obviously like I am building a personal brand. I want you guys to know who I am, what my morals are, what my values are. I don't want to go, I don't want to have a crazy car. I don't want to do some crazy LARPing stuff. Like I don't need a crazy watch. I don't need a crazy car. All I really want to do is just take care of the people around me, retire my parents because they're working hard every single day, and just make sure that my siblings and my family is taken care of, and my friends as well, the day ones. But yeah, give yourself a huge change in environment. Maybe your friends are the ones holding you back. Like that's one of the reasons why I even moved to Dallas in the first place, because the people that I hung out with, the people that I was hopping on Discord calls with every single day, they were the people that told me to get on, told me to play video games, told me to hang out every single night. And I would come back at 2 a.m. Just feeling tired, and I would just repeat that every single day. And it was just getting away from that environment. So maybe it's drop your day once, just so that you can do what actually matters for you. But other than that, like I hope this chat kind of got you guys to know a little bit more about me. But yeah, like that's some of the thoughts that you guys might have as well once you hit your first 10K a month, 25K a month, the 50K a month, right? But it's always good to understand like where you are, be grateful for everything that you've been given, right? And then just put yourself first. That way you can put others first, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys, want to know more about me, just send a message over on Discord or over on my Instagram, But yeah, other than that, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.